Hi folks, here we are again with a new talk, a super interesting one, I must say, and this time on piracy. I told you already, piracy is about intangible assets, right? Protection of intangible assets like movies, like the books, artwork, or theater, or what else? Movies. Well, this paintings. This is protected through copyright. And infringing the copyright is normally intangible asset, so it's piracy. Counterfeiting and piracy, right? Now, what happens with the internet and the piracy, and what has this to do with the ad industry? I think it is a very interesting thematic subject matter, which may not be at this moment necessary to act on it for you, because you are a small business, you are starting up, you're starting out, but it is interesting that you get the knowledge, the high-level knowledge of what is ongoing in the industry, and you may want to, at a certain moment, to take out from your register and act accordingly. Quite some numbers first, if you want. The ad industry, online ad industry, is more or less the half of the total ad industry. The total ad industry is about 800 billion US dollars, so 800 billion US dollars. Half of it is the online ad industry, roughly 400 billion US dollars in 2021 as an estimated amount. So quite an incentive and a high amount, sufficiently high amount to be incentivized by the bad guys, right? Now, I want to talk about the online ad industry. And for this to understand, I will make it easy. It is complicated, but I'll make it easy. In order to understand this, I need to make a step back in the early days of the internet, or even in the paper industry. Let's take the paper industry. You have a brand owner, those with a brand who want to make a publication, and you have a publisher. Let's take the Washington Post. And one-page ad on the Washington Post, it costs so and so much. They come together, they negotiate the price, they agree on something, and then it's done, it's published. That was the paper one. So in the same sense, in the early days of the internet, it worked also like this on the internet. You have the publishers, those who had the websites, and the brand owners on the other side, and they would negotiate with the publishers whatever ad they are interested in. And then if they agree, the publication would be done on the website of the publisher. Now, this was time-consuming, burdensome, inefficient. Over time, the websites have been growing so much, and the individuals behind the websites, you don't know who it is, with whom to negotiate, etc. So there is an involvement which has been done in creating a programmatic exchange. Programmatic exchange, it is not, I wouldn't say it's an industry, it's rather, you have to understand this as a tool. You have on one hand, the brand owner, on the other, the publisher, and they come together through an informatic tool which is comparable to the stock exchange. When you buy a stock, you may click right on the computer by submitting an offer, a certain offer, and then boom, when the bid is matched by the offer, you have the stock, and that's it. There's nobody in the middle who is doing some kind of mediation or whatever. No. So this is here as well. The programmatic exchange works like that. Now, let's make a small pause in the middle here. And the internet has not only evolved with regard to the brand owners and you have also the publishers, but due to the big evolvement in internet, you have now the bad publishers. You have the good publishers, the Washington Post, but you have also bad publishers. And here comes the copyright infringement into play. Bad publishers, you have, I talked about the sports industry already some videos ago, but sports industry is the same thing here. These are there are illegitimate broadcasters from live streaming some event where they don't have a license to do so. But the game industry, same thing. There are illegitimate websites who are using legitimate games but without being licensed and using it on their website in order to attract consumers for gaming. Movies, same thing. You have illegitimate websites not having a license to reproduce any video, but they do it anyway. And all of them, they find some consumers. Some consumers, last time I checked, it was 14% who regularly, I would say, would use these kind of internet sites. Other 23% said they would use it, but they don't know exactly how to do it. So there are others for some for money reasons, others for ideological reasons, probably as well. They want libertarians, they want everything is free on the internet. So for whatever reason, these consumers exist, and these websites, illegitimate websites, they make use for these consumers, make sense for these consumers. Now, the streaming of these illegitimate content, illegitimate in the sense they don't have license, is what? It is, what is the catch? What is the catch here for the internet site? You know it, yes. And here we come back. These are the ads. The ads, they would place on their websites, and the clicks would come with it. That is afterwards the counting machine. That is the catch for the illegitimate websites, for the bad guys. Now, how do they get these content, these ads on their website? You may you may think that Nike does not want to be on that website, but how is it possible that they still may come to that website? Well, it's very easy. Remember the programmatic exchange tool, the publishers and the brand owners, and the publishers here are the good publishers and the bad publishers, right? So the bid is here from Nike, whoever it is here, and it matches through that programmatic exchange. It matches the offer from the publisher, and boom, it's gone. Milliseconds. So the artificial tool, or the artificial intelligence tool, I would say, in the middle, they do not discriminate the good and the bad publisher. And the mind-blowing is, you may have, Universal Pictures, who want to place an ad on its last movie, and they go to the programmatic exchange tool, and they make an offer, and they get a bid. The bid is from the bad guy, from the offer is from the bad publisher, and they may end up putting an ad on an illegitimate website which is for illegitimate movies, and it might be even that movie for which is the ad is on the website is placed also as an offer for streamers to go to the website and see the movie. So first, the Universal Pictures they would not go to that website to be in the company with somebody who is streaming illegitimate content. That is criminal act, right? Second, they would not subvention the competition, the illegitimate competition, with an ad. So they do not want this. But that is the mind-blowing result which you have on the internet today. Now, there is a possibility to restrict the risk. There are some companies on the internet, software companies, which have a software. You remember these, the publisher, you have the brand owner, you have the tool there in the middle, and here between the brand owner and the tool, you can get this software from some companies on the market, and that software filters out. It gets the information from, it browses the internet constantly, see what is illegitimate content, etc., and makes discrimination of those websites which have a high risk of being illegitimate and would not pass the bid through this, so to say, firewall. So that's a good thing. Now, I've still some moments. Let me go to another issue, is the gaming industry. And in the gaming industry, the bad guys, they often also have some kind of subscription. It's not only that the good guys have subscription, it is also the bad guys. They may have subscriptions, cheaper ones, and they get their people on to game on their platform. And they, not only their platform, they download the app from the platform. So that they can play on their mobile phone the corresponding game. Now, you as the owner of the game, and that might be, well, a small business, so that is very pertinent to mention here, that this small business can take down the website and will take down the website. So that is a takedown notice, and then it is shutting down with the help of the cybercrime unit of whatever police. And but the result is the website is down, is out, but the application still exists, because the application has been downloaded to the mobile of the end consumer. Now, what happens? The next day, another website pops up with the same philosophy, content, the same game, and they can continue to game with the app, because the app with the takedown notice, the app is on the phone. It is not affected by the takedown of the website. And as well as it happens with the bad publishers I mentioned before, they may be taken down by the police, but 3-4 days later you have another website which is still there. Still another thing, these websites, the gaming websites, they may not have the gaming on their own website, but they may deal with the game, with the software infringement, with the infringement, the copyright, through another server. So they want to avoid to be copyright infringers, and they just say, well, it is the other server where I get it from, so it is the other server who is the infringing website. So that is another answer. They navigate through the legal difficulties. So wasn't that interesting? The internet, I wrap it up, the copyright, the piracy, that goes together. Willful infringement of copyright has to do with piracy, and here you have to act quickly, softly, due to technology, often with companies which are specialized in taking down these kind of illegitimate internet sites. Thank you for tuning in, and see you in the next video, hopefully.